Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel, or welcome in. Thank you for being here. Y'all, we're in the middle of it. Okay, we are in the middle of it. We have a new moon in Cancer. It's happening right now, you know, depending on where you are in the world. Here at the lair, it is, I don't know what it is. It's the 25th. It's a Mercury day here, the 25th of June 2025. We are going to dive into some energies with the cards, but I do want to give you a couple of navigation hints, navigation points a little bit later in the reading about how to get through the weird energies of this Cancer new moon, because it is definitely not typical. Okay, so, you know, the first thing I want to talk about is the reading actually is centered around something that came into my mind yesterday, and the three words were heart wide open. And definitely, you know, it's moon energy, it's emotional. Cancer is the nurturer. Okay, so let's ask the cards, what is it that we need to know through these cards about this new moon energy that can help us go forward in our lives? Because there's a big set of, I don't know, it's a big collection of energies right now from the planetary systems, a lot of stuff that we've never been through, you and me, on this planet, and we're all just in it together, some of it for the very first time. Okay, so either like in hundreds of years or ever these things are happening. So it's pretty, yeah, I'm going to put some links down in the comments section of this video. I'll do a pinned comment for you. And then if you want to, you can take some time and go over and just check out a little more knowledgeable. Like, I'm just going to give you the overview. I'm going to give you what I know. I'm a natural witch. I just know certain things, and the stuff I don't know, there's tons of it. And these are trusted sources that you can tap into and just quickly, easily go over and kind of just sift through the plethora of information that's out there right now about these weird energies that we're in. Okay, so, you know, I'm going to start with the grace cards. I have 3 decks in front of me. I've got, well, this just came out immediately, so I'm just going to tell you, believe. Believe. When we marry intention with action, miracles happen. Yeah, I was talking about it in the last reading. You know what? The whole idea here is to learn to believe in stuff that you can't see yet. Because, you know, it's not, I'll believe it when I see it. It's actually, you got to believe it to see it. And I don't know where it got sideways over the years, but it did. Now, I did pre-shuffle all of these decks. Oh, so I was going to tell you, I've got the Grace card deck, and then I've also got, the Power of the Elements Oracle deck, so that we can check in on, like, you know, an elemental nature, what we can use, like our fire nature or our water nature, to kind of navigate all of these weird energies. And I've also got the Light Seers Tarot deck. Okay, and I know the lighting is weird, there's nothing I can do about it. I did want to go out, and then when I was ready to set up, it was raining pretty good here. So, and that's the other thing. I know a lot of my friends all across the globe, definitely in the UK, definitely in the United States, are seeing some serious heat right now. We got lucky on Kauai. It's a decent breeze, and we've had a little bit of rain today. So what I'm sending you from that, I'd like to send you that comfort and that sense of relief that I'm feeling, because yeah, hot weather and me, I don't really like it too much. I mean, you know, I love all weather, but shoot, I severely struggle in supercalifragilistic heat, like some of you are going through. So lots of love your way for all of that that's happening. Let's get our Grace card. Excuse me. And I don't know how to edit that cough out, so please forgive me. And y'all know, if anything really hits for you here on this channel, on this reading, please give us a thumbs up. It really helps in the algorithm, and it helps me be seen by more people. Well, this is very cool. This is very cool. And what I'm just feeling is that this is of a personal nature. Okay? Receive. When we open ourselves up to others or spirit, or our intuition, we open ourselves up to the abundance of the universe. And a lot of times we just think we know. We kind of think we know everything a lot of the time, all right? But it is definitely confirmation. This is a time for us to settle into some sort of, I even wrote it, and I've got some serious copious notes. It's not going to take too long. It looks like a lot more than it actually is, but I heard sacred silence, okay? So we might be needing to take a little time for ourselves right now because of the emotional nature of this moon too, because we're not the only ones that are going to be feeling this. Everybody else is feeling it too. So we might encounter energies that are highly emotional and kind of going off the thing. And you might just want to try and tap into your own sense of self. Be good to yourself, nurture yourself with a little bit of downtime, a little bit of quiet time, kind of separate yourself from any drama, and it'll really help you. Okay, so when we open ourselves up to others, we open ourselves up to the abundance of the universe. Okay, that's what the Grace card is telling us. Let's go to Light Seers. Now I did, again, pre-shuffle these decks. I think I said that. I'm trying to get this reading out. It is the new moon. I wanted to do this yesterday and it just was not possible in my realm. And I don't want this video to go on and on and on, and there's a ton of stuff to cover. So let's just see if the Light Seers will give us anything to go with the Receive card. But it's like a lot of the times we have an agenda, we have our own plans, we have our own set of expectations, and a lot of times it makes it difficult for us to be open to others, their suggestions, their good energy. Sometimes we're just determined to be pissed off. We're just determined to be worked up. And a lot of times people are sent in our sphere to kind of give us a break, to kind of break the momentum of something that might be not real healthy in that time. So, yeah. Oh, and I also heard something about softening ourselves. So, yeah, that goes right with receiving. Not being so hard, not so directed, not so trying to control everything. And kind of leaning back a little bit and letting those other energies come in and give you fresh, whatever. A pause in a momentum that may not serve your purpose, for sure. Okay, we got one. Let's just see what it is. And I do want to look at the bottom of the deck and see what's under there, because for me that's always kind of something coursing through this message. I got this earlier. This is very consistent and this is perfect. Okay, under the deck, Four of Swords. Okay, and this is exactly what I was saying. You might be needing, or you are taking, some necessary time out, some necessary downtime, some time to heal yourself or nurture yourself, or just be quiet, to let yourself, what's that word? I don't know why I have a block with this word, but it basically means like to just disengage and chill out for a while. Okay, so the Four of Swords is what we got there under the deck. And the Knight of Wands. Okay, perfect. It's like it's that one stage above what I'm going to talk about. We also have Page of Wands energy around too, which is like planning to plan. It's kind of like that deciding what to put on the list. That's where that energy is. And then this is a high progression. Here, let me show you. These cards are crazy. The artwork on these cards is just so beautiful. Yeah, this Light Seers Tarot, I love them. So the Knight of Wands, and I will go in and I'll just read it real quick, but this is where you're kind of taking that list and starting to do stuff. Okay, so that's cool that we have a progression, but that's exactly what's about to happen. I will tell you that July is going to be fast moving, so yeah, you might want to get that list together, right? Okay. In the pursuit, another action word. In the pursuit of the imagined, I manifest this fire with infectious feelings of inspiration. Believe it before you see it. Yeah. Okay. Charisma, passion, spontaneity, pursuing your dreams, starting to take that take that action. fast energy, which is definitely coming up really quick here next week or so. Enthusiasm, courage, taking inspired action, the pursuit of adventure. Okay, so there you go. There's some confirmation. So definitely through this new moon, do the due diligence of taking time to, get out of the dodge, get out of the drama, turn off the computer, the TV, or whatever it is, that whatever your source of, it's the source of confusion right now. Okay, just turn it off for a little while. Re-engage with nature, re-engage with the real deal, because the real deal is you are part of nature, you are organic, and the planets right now are doing a lot of shifting and a lot of dancing, and they're basically commanding us to do exactly this. Sit yourself down, open yourself up, and any of those preconceived notions about what you want to do or how you want to proceed, let them go just for a few minutes, a few cosmic minutes, just for a little while, and see what kind of inspiration will come to you. Hopefully a little bit will come through this reading. Okay, so yeah, and then be ready. Be ready. The Knight of Wands it's after you've packed your bags, deciding where you're going and getting out to the car. Okay, so the power of the elements oracle for me is, how do we utilize all of this? How do we utilize all this downtime, all this defragging time, to be ready to get into action, which we are going to be called to do? And like I said, July is supposed to be fast-paced and la 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 la. So we're going to do the Power of the Elements Oracle deck right now. I did pre-shuffle, and I like this deck not only because of the nature of the deck, but because they're numbered, and I'm totally into numerology. I don't know why. I was really good at math early, and then something just flipped, like somewhere around the 8th grade. I used to do all kinds of stuff just automatically, and I still kind of do. I can do like real fast math, and then if I think about it too long, then I have to redo it and figure it out, and I'm usually right. So, but for some reason, I definitely have an affinity for numbers. So, and it's quite a challenge on this deck for me, because some of those they're Roman numerals. Anything to make it more confusing, right? Okay, I'm just going to cut the deck. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. I love that. Okay, this is a spirit card, and it's trust. Okay, all you need is provided. So one of the things that we need to do to get started is to tap into our intuition, tap into spirit, lay all that other information away, kind of do the Two of Swords thing, kind of just like, no, I'm going to concentrate on this own deal right here, get my spirit messages, stop letting the world tell me how to proceed, and trust that all is being provided. All you need is being provided, and it always is. Maybe not all you think you want and you need, but it is. Okay, it's everything that you need is being provided. So the other one is a fire card. So we need to tap into spirit and then be ready to be inspired, take some action, make some movement, put some actual momentum behind these things that we think we want and we need for the near foreseeable future. Soothe the fire, calm the heat in your life. What is that, y'all? Get out of the way. You can't talk. Some people are determined to be in the mood, okay? And when you confront that kind of energy, you're dragged into that swirl, and you're just wasting valuable time, especially when the clock is ticking on this moon energy. All right? So definitely withdraw a little bit if you need to. Withdraw a little bit just because. Create some silence and some peace for yourself somewhere in your world. Just do it purposefully so that you can receive some new information, some guidance to move forward in your life. Okay, so soothe the fire, calm the heat in your life, and there definitely might be some stuff kicking up through this moon. That card is actually, I forgot to tell you the numbers after I talked about that. Okay, the trust card is a 26. So that's 8. Life path number. That's exactly what's happening right now. There are huge shifts for every single person on this planet across the board. Okay, to start going after this whole new change of scenery. And if you put your heels in, it's going to be painful. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to prepare you. So be ready, be open to receive new guidance, to receive new circumstances, to receive new methodois of the way you're thinking and the way you're approaching your systems in your life. Okay, and then so that one was 26. So 26 or 8, you know, if that's one of those resonate with you, that's definitely a message that's tailored for you. And then the Soothe the Fire card, which I think is for everybody right now, is 29. I think that's what it is. 29. XXIX, y'all. Is that 29? I'm going with 29, all right? So 29 or 11, if either one of those numbers, you know, are in your sphere, well, then that message is definitely for you. So soothe the fire, pull yourself out of any drama, and give yourself the opportunity to receive new information, because the stuff is about to hit the and it's about to, the wheels are about to be in motion. Okay? All right. So I'm going to keep it short and simple. I'm trying, y'all. I'm really trying, but there's just so much. Okay. The directive of this new moon is becoming familiar with new potential. That's what this whole reading is about. All right. And here's another one, like right in my face, and I'm going to show it to you. Awaken. Keep your eyes open. When we decide to live a more conscious life, we see signs of grace everywhere. Okay, so take that time out so that you can be shown. All right. Okay, so the Cancer energy is like a cardinal. It's a cardinal sign, first of all, and I wrote these down so that I wouldn't get, you know, so it wouldn't take me so long to get through it. It's go-getter energy, but it's not time to go yet. Okay, go-getter energy, forward thinking, which is perfect for this downtime, so that you can do some reflecting. All right. It's ambitious. And it's all about leadership. It's all about, for me, in this reading, in this moment, in this set of energies, it's about understanding that we run it. We are the director, we're the producer, we're the lead in this little drama of ours. Okay, so we have control over it if we choose to accept this mission. Okay, and it's Cancer energy, so it's very feminine energy, it's very emotional energy, it's protective energy, so watch that, don't kind of go overboard. If you feel challenged, just know that you've got it and you don't have to defend yourself. Okay, and solitude came up, intuition came up. So I would like for you, if you're having any triggery stuff happening around you, to do what these cards are telling you. Take some time away, okay, so that you're not triggered into somebody else's whirlwind. Because right now, your job for your life is to quiet your mind and let these new downloads and this new information give you valuable and much needed direction and guidance to get through this in a healthy, productive, and like valuable way in your life. Okay, instead of getting stuck. You know, it's sort of like if you're going down the road and you see like 3 speed bumps, it's like, this stuff, all of what we're talking about now, will help you guide over those speed bumps and get past them so that you can go on your road, okay, and not get stuck on one and just be stuck. It's like, okay, great, you know. And the heart wide open thing is about, okay, we've got a square with Mercury and Chiron, and I'm not going to go into those details, but Mercury is the messenger, it's communication. Chiron is the wounded healer. So there might be some agitated stuff, like I just said, about feeling like you need to defend yourself when you really don't. Okay, so just temper yourself and know that you've got it. Know that Spirit has you, and you do not have to defend yourself at all. Okay, you don't. All right, and then let's see, I'm going to get out of this one and go back here. Okay, keep yourself in check. We talked about that. Try and stay balanced. Maintain your focus. Manage your focus. It's not easy to do. Are you kidding? With all the stuff that we have to accomplish in a day, and all the stuff that comes at us in a day, and all the stuff that we bring to us in a day energetically, it can be really difficult to keep our focus on like the brightest and the best for our future. but it's kind of imperative right now. It's kind of important that you understand that you have full control over that. So try not to let yourself get distracted and taken down those little roads to that eddy and that pool of emotionalism, because right now you've got other business. Okay? So glad I took these notes. Yeah. Okay, so we just went through what is considered the luckiest day of the year, and we are just about to approach on the 30th of June or the 1st of July. It's notoriously, or because of the aspects, it is supposed to be our luckiest week of the year. Okay? Blessings can be in disguise. So I want you not to, I mean, look, the new moon's happening in a couple of days, right? Oh no, new moon's right on top of us. So in a couple of days, it's still going to be with us, because that's how these moons go. I mean, a little bit before, a little bit after, maybe even longer, depending on the aspects around them. Okay, so when they're talking about the God, how did I do this? When they're talking about the luckiest week of the year, some of that luck might be cloaked. Okay, there might be things that happen that you're going, this is not the luckiest fucking thing I've ever. I don't know how lucky this looks. Not lucky to me. Okay, but understand, there are long-term ramifications of this energy, and Source has got you, and Source is always weaving the best scenario for you if you will trust in that and be open to receive that. Okay, so if something happens, especially with Uranus in the picture, Uranus is not really volatile, but Uranus is can wipe some stuff out. Okay, well, so I guess that's kind of, but you know, Uranus is about spontaneous changes and breakthroughs, but it definitely depends on your mindset, how you're perceiving what's happening. Okay, so understand that if Uranus or whatever is happening, that it creates these like seeming tower situations, these abrupt changes, or that make it so that you have to pivot, that you weren't expecting. Take a deep breath and understand that there's a bigger set of circumstances that are being woven for you, for your best evolution on this planet. So don't get too heavily invested in the drama of these things that might pop up for you, and understand, okay, whoa, I know I don't see the whole picture, and I get it. I'm watching this scene in the movie, and I don't know what's going to happen, so I'm not going to prejudge this. I'm going to understand that Source has got me, and that if this is happening right here, it's definitely for the best. Okay, it's sometimes hard to convince ourselves of that, but if we can manage to do that, that's exactly what unfolds for us. That's exactly how our perception picks up whatever it is that is the eventual out of that circumstance. Okay, so yeah, that whole lucky thing, I don't want to say subjective, but the missing element is that it may be long-term lucky. Okay, and I might title this video long-term lucky. I don't know, but so just remember that. Okay, so it is the luckiest week of the year, but some of what happens may not show you why until later. Okay, now let's see, we got Saturn and we got Neptune in the mix. Okay, Saturn is the crystallizer, you know, Saturn is the taskmaster, Saturn is karmic, the karma chameleon planet. So and Neptune is planet of illusion, you know, dreamy energy, big vision stuff, but also can be like the moon card, illusory, right? Okay, so here's what's happening with the two of those. They are the ones who are creating this Page of Wands energy, which is thinking of things to put on the list, but not actually making the list. This is more like making the list and making plans to go do that stuff. Okay, so right now, cool your jets, utilize Saturn and Neptune, don't let them run over you, and don't feel like you're being stopped in your tracks, because you're not. There's a good purpose for all of this, all right? So Saturn might create some tension for you, which is sometimes very good. It depends on how you're perceiving it, right? Between how you've been carrying your energy and how you could carry your energy with more authenticity, which will benefit you from this moment on. Okay, so if you're feeling that you're being supported right now to be able to speak your mind, especially to yourself, and get yourself in a posture in your life that is more authentic, more you, and take it where it hits, you know, because whatever leaves your life for you being you, it's got to go. Okay, so these perceived losses, that's another Cancer situation. Don't go over emotionally investing in things that you think are losses, because they are not. Okay, it's meant to be, it's clearing space for you. All right, and then the Neptune energy is going to prompt you to want to go bigger and better. Just go slow. Okay, it's great. Think big right now because it's a new moon. Okay, do that for yourself. But you know, if you're taking any risks, make sure they're measured and planned, and stay a little bit guarded so that you can stay safe. Okay, but my to you is just take your time here and wait for next week to hit. Okay, all right, so like I said, this is a Mercury day here at the lair. That's a Wednesday, so you still got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to chill out with this energy. Spin some big dreams for yourself, but really just plan on pretty much nothing. Okay, don't try and put everything into the works, because new information is going to come up next week that's going to change some stuff for you. That's what it's all about. That energy crossing from June to July, it's probably going to be palpable, and you are going to want to make some adjustments. Okay, so right now just think about what you might want to put on the list, what you might want to get ready to address these dreams that you want to realize. Okay, and Saturn will help you with that. Saturn is the one that brings it from up there to down here. Okay, and it can go either way, so keep your thoughts clean, keep your focus on something that makes you feel good rather than something that, you know, stresses you out. I know I'm asking a lot right there. I know. Okay, and then we've also got Jupiter in the mix. Okay, so this is the last little bit. Okay, so from, you know, Jupiter's wisdom, growth, protection, optimism for advance. Okay, so that will help you fuel this Neptune energy of, let me dream big, let me dream bigger than what I think this list is going to entail. What else do I need to do? Let me think outside of this, you know, not these bullet points, but are there any other possibilities that would make this more efficient, more productive? Okay, and so you might feel a surge of energy in your personal power. Or your ability to uniquely express yourself, which is perfect, because we were just talking about that tension that Saturn is setting up to possibly make some changes with that Jupiter energy to be a little more authentic in your world, to just kind of start learning how to speak up for yourself and not trying to placate everybody else's energy, because when we do that, that's when we get stuck behind those road bumps, speed bumps. You know, that's when we can't continue to roll over the speed bumps and get on our merry way. Okay, so no more of that. All right, of course you don't want to just start something. Don't start something, won't be nothing, right? But you also don't need to be stepped on, and you don't need to squelch yourself, and you don't need to dim your light right now. It's all about shining in who you actually are. Okay, and if you're having a little problem like figuring that out, well, then do what these cards are telling us with the Light Seers Tarot, which was our card was Four of Swords. Take some time out, do some rest, invest in yourself, make yourself healthy, spiritually, physically, emotionally, okay, so that you can receive new and fresh direction, because you're going to need it, because things are definitely going to speed up. With the Knight of Wands, we know that we're going from thinking about making the list to making the list. And what happens after we make the list? Well, usually you got to use the list, okay? So, and that's what July is going to bring, and we'll talk about July a little bit more later on. And I guess that's about it, you guys. But this is about big reassessment energy, tailoring and figuring out how to make our expressions and our communications more earnest, more about what we really, really want in our world. And it's not what you say, it's how you say it, okay? So you can get these things communicated in a healthy way, and you'll be fine, all right? Yeah. Yeah, tailoring your future expressions and endeavors, the way you move, the way you operate, the way you carry your energy around your dreams and the things that you want to see in your world, and personal epiphanies, recognize those. And you can do that a lot easier when you give yourself some regular downtime, some regular quiet time, and you don't get sucked in by the big machine or other people's dramas. Okay, but it takes a little fortitude, it takes some ownership, and it takes some self-care, you know, some I deserve this, I deserve to be healthy, I don't deserve to be dragged around constantly by other people's drama or their imbalance of emotionality. You know, be there to help them, but only do that when you've already taken care of yourself, because that's when we can do the collective and other people in our world a lot more good. You know, because we can't run on empty and do anybody else any good. All right, we can't do it. All right, guys, I'm getting out of here. Thank you for being here, y'all. Please consider, you know, subscribing. It's free, it's easy, and I really appreciate your time. It just makes all the difference on my channel. I put a lot of love into these readings, and I'm really happy to be here, and I'm happy you're here. So thank you so much. And I want to say, who loves you, baby? You do. And I do too. Okay. I'll see you soon.